Our first guest suffered from depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, and addictions. She found healing with daily mantras and meditation and shares those mantras in her new updated book. We welcome back the author of Find Your Happy, Shannon Kaiser. Good to see you again.
Hi, it's great to be back. Thank you.
Talk to me about the inspiration, first of all, behind the book.
Yeah, it's interesting because I suffered from anxiety, and what happened for me in my process of healing was I learned the power of positive thinking. And mantras, I started to repeat them daily. Mantra is actually a very ancient practice. Many people can use it all around the world, but what it really translates to is healing tool for the mind. And so when we use mantras, it's about focusing on the positivity in our life, focusing on what is going well. And so I put my favorite mantras into a book for my coaching clients as well. And yeah, it's a beautiful process.
So how do you suggest that readers use this book? Because you have several in there.
Yeah, and so this book actually, there's 365 days of inspiration, and you can actually, what I've done is I've picked my favorite mantras for viewers. So if anyone is suffering from frustration or feeling stuck in their life or they're feeling anxious, the mantras I'll take you through today can really help.
Okay, so let's go through one. Talk about, you say, imagine living your ideal life. That's one mantra.
Yes, and so what's really beautiful about this is I imagine myself living my ideal life. And you can repeat this mantra, and then in the book itself, there's a powerful quotation for yourself.
Okay.
So you say, I am not a victim of my current situations. I focus my thoughts on loving energy and choose to see the truth during troubling times. I know I am capable of moving through all difficulties. I am not trapped by negative thoughts. I am free. And then there's a power question in the book. So you open up the book, you can actually read one day at a time or open and say, what guidance do I need? And so if we open this one, the power question is, what is going well in my life? What are the positive things I can focus on?
And when do you do this? In the morning?
Yeah, this is a beautiful practice for the morning. It sets your day up for success.
That makes sense, yeah.
And then also right before you go to bed, because before we go to bed, a lot of times we're thinking about the stress, the things we didn't get done, checked off our list, and how frustrated we are because things aren't going well. So when you set yourself up to fall asleep with a peaceful mind, you wake up with a more happy heart.
Okay, you say there is purpose to my pain.
This is a powerful one because so often we think the pain that we're going through is actually defining us, and we focus so much on how we're not where we should be. And so to recognize that there's a bigger picture at play and there's purpose in everything we're going through, we can move through the situations much more easily.
Is there one example that you can give me how this helped you?
Well, I think what's really beautiful is actually with my depression. My doctor diagnosed me with clinical depression, and I felt stuck. I couldn't even get out of bed some days in the morning. And I started to discover the power of what if this process that I'm going through is part of a bigger picture. And lo and behold, today I write books about how to find your happiness and how to be true to yourself. And I realized there's a part of what we're going through, that pain. Flash forward, maybe visit your future self and say, maybe this is for a bigger reason.
Okay, and then here's one, a mantra that all I desire is on its way to me.
Yes, this is one of my favorite ones, and so we have this right here. Again, you could put your hand on your heart and say, all I desire is on its way to me, because a lot of the times we work so hard towards our dreams, and what we want isn't coming fast enough. And so I'll read this part from the book as well. As I work towards my dreams, I realize that I don't have to work so hard. I can take time to relax. When I remove myself from the stress of trying to make things happen, I realize I'm more productive and more balanced.
Interesting.
So the power question is, how can I relax today and take more time to nurture myself?
Because that's important.
It's true. You know, sometimes we want something, so we hustle and we work really hard. But there's actually a beautiful process when we relax. We start to recognize that things can still get done. And it's,
It's funny because sometimes when you just take a step back,
I know,
things become a bit clear. Right? You're not so stressed.
And so that's what that mantra is really about.
So you say, I focus on all that is well.
Yes, so often, again, we focus on the problems in our life, the goal weight we haven't hit yet, the account that still we haven't paid off all our debt. The frustrations really take us out of the game of life. And so this one is really about looking to the things that are well, celebrating the people that support you in your life, focusing on all the good things.
Yeah, because you've gotten closer to your goal weight, or you've paid off a lot of bills, just haven't done everything yet.
Right, and
Nothing
we're so hard on ourselves. So
I totally
it's
get
really
it.
about being more kind to yourself.
I am open and willing to live my life in new ways.
Yes, this is one of my favorite ones because actually we're always going through transition, and some of us really resist change. I mean, part of growing and healing in life is change. And so often,
the older you get, the harder it is to change.
I know, right? We get stuck in our ways. And so I am open. It shows that you're really being willing to gracefully step into the next chapter of your life, because everything is really for you. It's not happening to you. So this is one of my favorite mantras in the whole entire book.
Okay, and then I'm proud of how far I've come.
Yeah. When's the last time you said, I'm doing a really good job?
Right. No.
So right?
Yeah.
I know, so often we're like, gosh, life is so hard.
We see the negative.
Yeah. And
we don't see the positive.
And we focus, that's exactly it. We focus so much on what's not going well, how we're off track, how we're behind. So really, instead of really being mean to yourself, start to say, I'm proud of myself. Gosh, I celebrate myself. And don't be unapologetic about that, because we're doing a great job.
We're doing the best we can. And you have a book event tomorrow.
I do.
It's at 7 o'clock at New Renaissance Bookstore.
Yes, I'm giving a workshop from the book, Find Your Happy Daily Mantras. It's going to be a very uplifting evening, and it's going to be fun.
Shannon, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks.
Find Your Happy is the name of the book, Daily Mantras.